share your issues. You can share your issues with us. Okay. So at any time, either me or Grant can help you. Will that be fine?
Yeah, yeah, that will be fine.
Okay. It's not like that we need to wait for the availability or for the next session. Okay. So let's. I believe my screen is visible. Correct.
Yeah, 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 your screen is visible to me.
Great. So let's start with the basic understanding. I'm aware that you have a basic idea about the ERP, but we will try to fill the gaps, whatever we have. Okay. So that
Okay,
is why I'm starting with from a very basic. Okay. Which
okay,
is ERP. So what do you
okay.
understand by the ERP? Enterprise Resource Planning.
Yeah, I think ERP means like it's a
Okay. That's
software
fine.
in which companies doing their transaction, holding the records of their company,
Mm-hmm.
and giving the services or like payroll or something, everything in that software. I think that's my understanding.
Great, great. ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. Like the name suggests, enterprise. It is an enterprise application, and we have another name for such kind of application called as centralized system. Okay.
Okay.
Earlier we used to have the non-centralized system. Now we have the centralized system. Like the name suggests, we can see with the help of image as well that we have the different department in the organization in the enterprise. Okay. So to
Mm-hmm.
connect those department, to synchronize those department with a single ERP console. That is the
Hmm.
purpose of ERP. Like from a single ERP console, the every department will be coordinated. Every department will be in sync. For example, if you know the let's say manufacturing team, they need some particular materials. Okay, so they can initiate the request from the purchase team directly from this system only. Okay, and accordingly, sales team will have the idea how much stock we have in the inventory or in manufacturing or how much in a pipeline from the purchase team, right? Same goes for
Okay.
HR, payroll as well, CRM as well, even accounting as well. Earlier, what used to happen when we had the non-centralized system, we needed to submit the different document for the reimbursement purpose, for the accounting purpose. We need to upload those things to the another system. Now we have a single system. So further integration, almost we have minimized the the scope of the integration. Although SAP integration with the multiple systems are possible, but at the same time we have everything available in SAP, right? Like recently, if AI is in boom, so we have introduced the AI in that. Before that, cloud was in boom, so we introduced the cloud in there, right? So
Okay.
everything, BI data analytics is in a popular, so we have introduced SAP BIBO, which is business intelligence and business object in the SAP only, right? It was already there, but we have modified that. We are trying to to make that popular as well. It is not that much popular like Power BI or Tableau nowadays, but still that scope of that feature is also available in SAP, right? So that is
Okay.
the centralized system. But like you mentioned, we have some other ERPs as well in the market. Okay, like JD Edwards is there, PeopleSoft is there, Tally is there, and like you mentioned, you also have used some of the either ERP or inventory management system. I'm not sure what kind of software you have used, but we have the Oracle ERP from the Microsoft side. We have the Microsoft Dynamics as well. We have so many customized ERP as well. Even we cannot give the name for each ERP as well, right?
Okay.
So ERP is a category of the application. Okay, ERP is a
Okay.
category of the application. The name of the application is the SAP. I believe this particular statement is clear, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
ERP is the category. Like we have the e-commerce. E-commerce is the category of the application, not the application name. The name of the applications are eBay, Flipkart, Amazon, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Similarly, we have, these are the different name of the ERP. Although they have the same purpose, but they have a different way to perform the same activity. Okay, but SAP is the most popular application we have in the market. I believe in last 3 decade, it has covered more than 80% market. Even if you are going to Google that, I believe it is the fourth largest software organization we have in the market, right?
Yeah.
After Google and Microsoft and Oracle, I believe fourth is SAP. And in ERP, this is the best. Okay. Okay, like I told you, it is an ERP application which deals with the multiple department. Okay, which multiple department. For that, the for multiple department, SAP has introduced multiple the modules as well. Like we have the FI, financial accounting, we have controlling for the costing purpose, we have the asset accounting to manage the asset. Okay, we have the asset. Sorry, we have this SG, sales and distribution, for the order to cash. We have for the procurement, material procurement and the purchase cycle, right? Similarly, production PP, production planning is there, PM is there, and PS is there, plant maintenance is there, HR is there, quality management is there. This one is production management, not production planning. Okay, that is written, not written correctly. Okay,
Okay.
so in this particular course, since we are talking about okay, we are going to cover the material management. Okay, we are going to cover integration of FI and as well, because if we are going to purchase something, at that it is going to impact the accounting entries, right?
Yeah.
So we should be aware about that integration. We are going to cover SG and integration as well, and the asset and integration as well. Okay, so it is
Oh,
not the biggest module, but one of the biggest module we have in the market. Okay, after FI, after FI, or after the which one is that module? I don't remember the name, but after FI, I believe FI and this project system, we have the this material management as a third most popular, or the third biggest module in a market. We have CRM as well. Yes, now I remember the name. CRM is also one of the biggest module we have. Okay,
okay.
got it. So that part I'm going to cover in this course. Okay, FI and
Okay.
integration, complete asset and integration, SG and integration. Okay, so
Okay.
that we should be aware about each type of procurement. Apart from that, how it is going to impact the accounting entries, and what are the different type of material we can take in this, like asset under construction. These are type of the materials only. Like we have the raw material, we have the non-stock material, we have the semi-finished goods, we have the finished goods, right? Similarly, asset is also kind of a material. So asset and material integration is also there. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
So these are, yeah. Do we have any query yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. So these are the functional module. Okay. Although these are the functional module, but some, the technical part I also covered with this module. What is that technical part? That is the table part. Okay. In application, there are two types: one of the technical side and one of the functional side. Functional side, like you are going to perform the functional configuration, right?
Okay.
Technical side, you have the technical coding and all that. But some of the technical part, which is the table knowledge, like if you are entering the value from a front end, which particular table will be impacted, where the data will be goes. Okay, why this is important, why I added this in this course? There's a reason behind that. Because in maximum scenario, the client will buy the SAP just because of reporting purpose. Reporting is one of the most important part of any application, correct? Even I believe in your previous organization as well, you must have the experience with different type of reports, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so to understand the report, to customize the report as per the client requirement, we should have the table knowledge. These are the front end. Okay, I believe you understand that if we are talking about software, then we have one is the front end, another one is the back end. Okay, in front
Yeah.
end, whatever you are doing, in the back end, in database, whatever where data will be stored. So if you will have the idea about that, now, then you can easily capture and analyze the report requirement. Okay,
Right.
the flow of the system. So I believe, since you are the experienced guy, for a fresher it is bit difficult to understand this table stuff and all that. But as an experienced guy, I believe you can also feel that table is something which the every consultant should be aware about.
Yeah, right.
Because it's not about the to clear the interview, or to cover the complete the course only. It's about to survive and grow in market as well, right?
Right. Right.
Okay, so that is why in a functional side, I'm going to cover the, this table part as well. Although
Okay.
we have some technical modules as well. Okay, like ABAP, 11, NetWeaver, Basis, BIW. Okay, step by step, we just need to aware about the introduction, or how we are going to interact with ABAP, or when we need the technical developers or technical modules. So
Okay.
that is something we are going to discuss in this course. Okay.
Okay.
Now, we both aware about that after this course you will become the SAP functional consultant. You told me as well that you want to be a functional consultant, correct?
Yeah, right.
So first question is that what is functional consultant, correct?
Yeah.
What he does, we need to understand that thing first, correct?
Oh,
So
yeah.
as per your understanding, what do you understand by the functional consultant?
That it helped the company to create a new profile for the client and
Okay,
look after that client, like what are the client needs.
correct, correct. Okay,
Yeah.
allow me to add something in this.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay. So SAP functional consultant will work as a moderator, as a translator between the business team and the technical team. Business team is means client. Okay,
Yeah.
that means functional consultant is going to interact with the client and he is going to discuss the requirement, whatever requirement we have, because client is already having a business, and let's say he wants to he wants to implement the SAP in this their business, right? So
Right.
for that he is going to give the requirement, and he is going to give the requirement in a form of as is process. Let me write it somewhere. Okay. I think Priya has not created a group for us. Okay. Okay. Let me open the notepad so that after the notepad, I will be able to share the notes. Okay.
Yeah.
Just give me a moment. I'm using WordPad. Oh, sorry, Notepad instead of this Zoom. Zoom. I believe they have the
Yeah,
whiteboard
yeah, yeah.
available in Zoom as well. Instead of that, I'm going to use the Notepad so that I can easily copy and paste the things. Because I'm not sure
Yeah,
after the call we will be able to access this chat or not. Okay. So
yeah.
yeah, I use a term as is process. Okay, what it means, as is process, or I should say the current process.
Okay.
Okay, the purpose of any software is to automate the process. If I'll say this, right? I believe you will
Yeah,
agree with this. Purpose of any software, either it is SAP, WhatsApp, any software, we usually automate that process. For example, if I'll take the example of WhatsApp itself, it is an automation process of letter system. Earlier we used to have letters, right? And we used
yeah.
the postman to deliver the letters. It was time consuming, okay, it was effort consuming. Okay, so we automated this process. First we automated when we were sending the message over the network. Now we are sending the message over the internet, so we have minimized the cost. At the same time, we have minimized the the efforts as well, right? Although we
Right,
usually receive some additional advantage with the automation, such as the storage is comparatively easy, right? For example, if
right,
I want to store a file in my laptop, it will hardly take some kbs, correct?
right,
But physical file, I mean, tough to maintain, right? It
right,
will have some age, right? And tough to store as well. Okay,
right,
and storage is one of the example. Effort minimization is one of the benefit. And security, we can control the security and authorization, right? And easily shared with another person as well, easily to make the copy as well, right? So these are some
okay,
additional advantage. We have a number of advantages with the automation. Okay, so similarly SAP is also is also automate the process. Whatever process, whatever the, like you did some inventory management, no? So
yeah,
in SAP we are going to automate that process only, right?
okay,
Basic concept will remain same. Although, like I told you, with automation we will get some advantage, correct? So that means if you are going to discuss the requirement with the client, so the requirement will be nothing but the as is process. As is process is nothing but the current process what they are following. Got it?
okay,
This particular term is bit important, as is process. Okay, we are going to repeat this particular term multiple times, and this is important for interview perspective as well, that you are
okay,
going to discuss the requirement and what are the requirements. Requirement are there as is process, then you will have to understand their system, what how they are following. It could be manual process, it could be semi automated process as well. Okay, there might be a chance they are already using some legacy system. Legacy system means the current system whatever they are following. Okay, so you need to
okay,
study that how they are maintaining the things. And apart from that, what are the different scope they have. Okay, I mean, what are their desired properties, desired requirement, what are their pain areas, what are the challenges they are facing. Clear?
Yeah,
That is the
right.
as is process. That is so what are requirement are nothing but the as is process, and customer desire whatever pain area what they want us to implement. Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Legacy system is the existing system what they are following right now. Okay.
Okay.
Now, on the basis of that, we design the to be process.
Yeah.
Like I told you, that consultant, functional consultant, will work as a translator, right? That
Yeah.
means he is going to understand the as is process, current process, and then he is going to translate that process in a form of to be process, which is the desired process.
Yeah, right.
That means he is going to convert those requirement in a form of configuration, which we can configure into SAP. And at the same
Yeah.
time, if some the additional customization are required, so to share that requirement to the ABAP developer so that he can customize the requirement, right?
Okay.
SAP is the standard system which is already developed. You don't need to worry about that. Okay, it is already there. Everything is there. Okay, but sometimes
Okay.
what happen that sometimes the requirement can be fulfilled with the standard system as well. But sometimes, as per the client specific requirement, we need to customize the application. Got it? So those customization comes as a CR, change request, or modification, I should say.
Okay.
Okay, modification in standard one. So in that scenario, you need the ABAP developer.
Yeah.
In that scenario as well, AB API, AP. Okay. In that scenario as well, you will have to translate those requirement to the ABAP developer. Okay.
Yeah.
You are going to create a document called as FS document, function requirement specification document,
Yeah.
FRS or FS, whatever nomenclature you want to use. Okay, that document to share the requirement to the ABAP developer so that he can understand and he can accordingly customize the application. Got it? Like let's say
Yeah.
client has given 100 requirement, 90s can be covered with the help of a standard application. For 10 customizations are required, and this is the beauty of SAP application. It is customizable, right? You can
Right.
always modify it as per your requirement. It's like when you are purchasing your cell phone, a new cell phone, you are going to configure that. You are going to insert your SIM card, time, and all that, right? Theme, etc., etc. You are going to manage that. So same goes for this as well. There as well, some will be fulfilled with the help of standard SAP system, and
Right.
some demand some modifications as well, some requirement. So you will be the one who is going to share the requirement to the ABAP developer in a form of FRS or FS, function requirement specification document. Okay,
Right.
so that is the basic idea about the this high level idea, again the high level idea about the functional consultant. Clear, or do
Okay.
you have any query?
No, no, right. Just to make sure I'm on the right track, that SAP SAP functional consultant is just he don't need to develop any software, right?
Right,
It's
software is already there, correct.
yeah, software is there. I just need to like it's dealing with the mediocre type.
Translator is the correct word, I
Yeah,
believe.
translator. What the customer requirement, then I need to pass this to the
Not
app
pass, you will
developer.
have to configure it as well, SAP. In SAP.
Okay. In
Configuration is also there. Configurations
if
are nothing but
something
the setting. Yeah,
yeah, if something is not available in the SAP, then I need to translate this thing to the developer.
correct. Correct.
And okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Functional configuration is expected from you. Apart from that, whatever is cannot be fulfilled by the SAP standard system, you are going to share that requirement to the technical team. Again, in a form of translation. Okay, because he will not be able to understand the raw requirement or as is process. You will have to give the logic. Okay,
yeah,
for example, a calculation logic. This particular calculation is required. Or if I'll take the example of report, I need these column in the report. In MIS report, I am talking about. Okay, and this is the logic, or this is the table from where this data will become for this particular column, these columns. Okay,
okay,
Clear? So that
Yeah.
is one of the main job for the, this is the job for the functional consultant at a very high level. Of course, in a course, we are going to discuss that in a very detail. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. A bit idea about the software, a bit vocabulary should be there, which I'm going to cover in this course. Okay.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Now, SAP had the different version number. Okay. And like R by 2 was introduced in 1979, then R3 in 1992. This is the ECC in 2004, and in 2015 S4 HANA. So we are going to work on the S4 HANA, which is the latest version. I believe 2022 or 23 is the latest S4 HANA version. So we are going to work on that. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's talk about the SAP landscape. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. SAP landscape is nothing but the different server. Okay. This is a very popular term actually. Everyone has heard about this particular term, server. Okay,
Yeah.
there will be a client, there will be a server. Okay, usually we receive the message from bank as well. Due to server maintenance, our banking will be shut down
Yeah.
for a
Right.
while.
Right. Right.
Right. So but what exactly we understand by this term server, what is that? Any idea?
Server. It's
Yeah,
I
what is the
think
server?
it's a storage place for all the data of the company, and where
Kind
we
of,
get,
yeah.
yeah, and we can access that one. Anyone can access in the company.
Okay. Now allow me to give you some idea about ITs, some IT terms. Okay. Then
Yeah.
maybe this particular term will be more clear to you. Okay.
Oh,
Three type of applications are there in software. If I'll talk about software, one of them is the mobile application. Nowadays, iOS, Androids are the most popular mobile application, right?
right.
Second one is desktop application, which we install in our, the laptop, PC, and all that. Like,
Right.
the Office 365 is there, Adobe Reader is there, Google Chrome is there. Okay,
Right.
which is going to consume some space in your local system as well, in local drive C. You can see the program files there, and application will be installed, right?
Right.
Third type and the most popular type of applications are the web application, which are called as platform independent application.
Right.
What it means, platform independent application, we are going to focus on this. Okay, even in case of mobile application, we only provide the GUI or the UI, graphical user interface, or UI, user interface to the end user to install in case of mobile application as well. Now what it means, why platform independent? Because it doesn't matter which particular operating system you are using. Okay, you can always
Yeah.
open these applications. The example of these applications are the this Zoom is one of the application. We have the this what's this Gmail. Let me see if I can remove this. Okay, okay, yeah. How can I? Yeah, I can put it here. This Gmail, this is the web application. Flipkart, Facebook, these are the web application. You don't need to install these application. Okay, you don't need to install these application. You just need to open the Google Chrome or the browser, and you can always open these application. Correct?
Yeah.
Application, correct?
Right.
Right? So you don't need to install that. So that means it is not going to consume any space in your local disk. Correct?
Okay.
Some
Yeah.
cache memory, of course, it is going to consume, else it is not going to consume any space in your local drive.
Okay.
Clear? Now, earlier, what used to happen, when we used to, they do some course or used to take some application, then we used to ask that what should be my laptop configuration, right? If I want to learn the SAP or I want to install the SAP in my system, maybe you ask with the whatever counsel, whoever counselor was there, okay, to her as well, that what should be my laptop configuration if I want to learn the SAP, right?
Right.
So it was there in case of desktop application. Here, your platform, because we are the platform independent application. Okay, we are not going to install anything. There will be a web application which we are going to open. Okay, with
Okay.
the help of user ID password. Of course, in case of SAP, maybe some GUI UI will be provided to you to install. Maybe that's their way how they are going to give you the access, or some RDP they are going to give. Multiple options are there actually. Okay,
Okay.
but in actual web application you don't need to install the application like Gmail. You don't install that, although web version for these applications are also available, where you will get the option to install the GUI or UI in mobile. Okay.
Yeah, right,
This is the main reason maximum application need the internet connectivity.
right,
Maximum mobile application, or I believe all the web application. Okay, in desktop application you can work offline, but at the same time your system configuration doesn't matter. In Facebook or Amazon your system configuration doesn't matter, correct?
right.
Because you just need good internet connectivity. The reason is your application is not installed in your local device, it is installed in a cloud. This is the term I believe you must have heard multiple times, cloud. It was a
Yeah,
buzzword I believe 8 or 10 years back.
yeah. I heard that thing.
Cloud computing, it's like a, the space, the which the cloud service provider has provided you. Okay.
Yeah,
A virtual machine is nothing but your laptop or PC. They have provided you a virtual machine on the cloud, such as AWS, such as Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud is there. Okay. And OpenStack is there. Okay. OneDrive is also a type of cloud where you can store the stuff, but we have so many other things in a cloud as well. Okay,
yeah.
so instead of your physical PC or physical, the physical laptop, they have given you a virtual machine where you can install your application, where you can do and you can go the coding and you can, the install your application. Okay, where your data will also be stored. So data is one part. Apart from that, your software, your supported application which are required, okay, need to be integrated with the application, that will also be there on the cloud. Okay.
Okay,
On the basis of that, cloud provide the different services such as IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. Okay, so we will not talk about those. Okay, SAP is one of the SaaS application. Okay, so
okay,
we will not talk about in that detail, but I believe you understand that application is not installed in your local device, it is installed somewhere else, which is called as cloud.
right.
Okay, and they are going to provide you a client end. Okay, a client end to access. Client end is nothing but the UI which you are able to see. For example, I am able to see these things. This is the UI by which I am interacting, and the server will be at the cloud side where your application will be installed, your all the data will be installed. This is happens in web application. Even if I'm going to log in into the SAP as well, then it will provide you the, just one moment, this is the SAP. Okay, let me see. If I'm going to click on the login button, okay, this server, these are the server which I'm going to select. So at the same time it will ask me to select a client, by which client, on which client you want to access to the server. Got it?
Okay,
Client is like a gateway to connect with the server. Even in a payment, if you are going to make a payment, then sometimes we get the errors even with the Google Pay, Paytm as well. Server is not reachable, bank server is not reachable, receiver server is down, right?
yeah.
So that means the application and data, wherever it is, it you are not able to reach there. And you must have seen these error as well, 502, 503. These are the server error only, right?
Okay,
So you will not be able to connect with the server either. Whatever request you are sending, whatever information you are passing from a client, that is not correct. Then only you will be able to get the error, or there is the issue with the server. In both the scenario, you will get the error.
okay.
Clear? I
Yeah,
believe now this server term is completely clear to you from now on.
right.
Okay, server is and that is why the, even if you are going to the, let's say, order something from the Flipkart using the mobile application, then you are going to check in web application, you will be able to see the same data, because data is not stored in your local device, it is stored at
In
server.
server.
Clear? So now let's come back to this slide. Just one moment, let me, just one moment. Okay, so here we have a different set of server. Okay, one of them is the development server, another one is the quality, third one is the production. So let's start with the production or live server, where your actual live data is there, production data is there. Okay, where client is going to use the application. Okay, now let's say client needs some extra feature. Okay, a new functionality. Okay,
Right.
a new
Right.
functionality which he want us to add into the application, like it happens in our mobile application. We usually receive the update about after we can see after every 15 to 20 days, right?
Right.
That means they are adding the functionality. Even if you will use the Paytm no, or WhatsApp, then it was not a similar when they were introduced. I
Mm-hmm.
believe Paytm was introduced as a simple recharge app only. Step by step, they have added the features, right?
Okay.
They are adding the feature. The point is that now let's take the example of Amazon only. Amazon, let's say, want to add a new feature. Let's say a new payment system. Let's say UPI. Okay. Now we will not do the development or configuration directly at production system, because there might be a chance, there is a risk that your existing functionality can impact with that new functionality, correct?
Okay.
Okay, so that is why we don't make the changes. Like in a production there will be a different phases, sorry, in a development there will be a different phases. First is going to develop that, he's going to test that, correct? So if we are going to do at a production or live server, it can impact the customer as well, right? And you can visualize, let's say Amazon payment gateway is not working for a single hour only, how much it will be the impact on the business, how much it will be the impact to the end user as well, right?
Yeah.
So to minimize that risk, what we do, we don't develop the things or configure the thing directly to the production system. What we do, we first have the development server, then quality server, then production system. We develop the stuff at the or configuration the requirement in a development server. Then we test
Yeah.
that in a quality server, and then we provide that to the production server so that end user can use that. This is the
Okay.
high level idea of a landscape. Clear?
Right. Right.
With the name, we can understand as well development for the development and configuration, test and quality assurance server to test these things, whatever configuration we did, and production for the live
Live.
server.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, this is the high level idea, but let's discuss in detail. Okay,
Okay.
in development server we have multiple clients. See, this is the bit, I'm sorry, it's a bit theoretical, but some introduction is required. Our 99% course is more into a practical side only. Okay, but some
Yeah.
introduction or base is required to understand the terms, correct?
No, no, right. Because if we don't have the knowledge of like the introduction proper, then what's the point of having the direct to the
Concept should be clear. I'm trying to explain you the concept. Okay,
yeah.
because the configuration is something, nowadays AI is available. If you are going to type there, it will give you the configuration. But why is the most important question? Why we are doing that, right? With the
Okay.
help of some practical example, a person can easily understand that, right? You
Right.
already have some experience, I have some experience. So if I'm going to share explain that with the help of those experience, with the help of those example, then things will be easy to understand. There will be no
Yeah.
ratification, there should be a conceptual thing, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's come back. Development system, like I already
Hello,
have explained you what is the client, correct?
hello,
Yes.
hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, hi. This is Suraj.
Yeah, hi Suraj. Um, I believe you are a bit late. We have started the session at
Yeah, yeah. Sir, one
3:30.
second.
I'm sorry.
See, I have already completed the SAP course, sir. My primary
Okay.
objective is to complete the. I have some few doubts to ask. So my intention is not to attend the class. It's to clarify the doubts actually. So
In
there's no
that
meaning
scenario,
in
I
me
believe we can
sitting in
connect
the
after
class
the
actually.
call, because
Yeah,
right now we are at a mid of some configuration. Okay,
yeah,
and
yeah,
we
yeah.
have another student like Ravi Valla is also there. Okay,
Okay.
can we connect after this call?
Yeah. So my intention is to just to clarify the doubts. I already completed the course actually. I
Okay,
done it. I done in several institutes. I completed the course.
that's completely fine. But I
Yeah,
think
so I paid, no, I had, no, listen, I had paid money to complete, clarify my doubts only, not for the class. Okay.
that's completely fine, Suraj.
Yeah.
What I'm saying that right now we are at a mid of session. Okay, can we
Okay.
connect after this session? Can we do
Yeah,
that?
fine. No problem. Yeah, yeah. Please. No problem.
Okay. I'm sorry, Suraj. Sorry,
Prachana
Ravi.
model.
I'm
Clouds
extremely
class
sorry,
again.
Suraj and
Prachana,
Ravi,
Prachana.
both of you. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, no worries.
Uh, so what I was explaining about the client. Okay. I already have explained you what is the client, correct?
Yeah,
Okay. So in a dev server, okay, we have multiple clients. The first client is called as golden client. The client which is provided to the consultant, functional consultant, to perform the functional configuration, on which functional consultant, is going to perform the configuration. Okay, so that
okay,
is called as golden client. Clear?
okay. Yeah, yeah,
This number could be anything. Okay, this number will be provided by the basis developer. Okay, this client configuration and all that, but the client which is provided to us is called as the golden client for to perform the functional configuration. We need a platform like the, yeah, I have this access. Okay, I'm going to perform the configuration here. Okay, so that is the golden client. This is an important question for interview perspective. Okay, golden
okay,
client. Okay, next is the ABAP developer. For the ABAP developer, I told you that sometimes some customization might be required. For that, ABAP developer will have to develop the things. Okay, so he's
right,
for him we will have the separate client. Okay, so we are
okay,
going to give the separate client to him. Again, the number could be anything. Then we have the unit testing. Whatever configuration we have done. Whatever the development ABAP developer has completed. This is something which we need to test as well. Okay, for that we have a separate client and we are going to perform the testing there. That server is called as unit test server, and the purpose is nothing but to test the things, whatever configuration and the development we have completed so far. Clear?
okay. Yeah,
We also have a sandbox server for the rough work, for the exploration purpose, for the R&D purpose. But at least these three clients are required in a dev server if you want to implement the SAP or configure the SAP. Clear?
okay. Yeah,
Now in a QA server itself as well will be the will also have different clients. The first one is the system integration, SIT.
hmm,
Okay, now what it means? System integration, if we are, let's say multiple consultant is going to work on the SAP, right? It's not like only MM is there. FI will also be there, right? Even, the first part, the basis consultant will be there who is going to do his job. Okay, who is going to prepare the server and client for us. Then, our FI
okay,
developer will be there who is going to do the some configuration. Then consultant will come into a picture. Okay, so multiple
yeah,
consultant will be there who is going to work on the configuration, correct?
okay,
So in that scenario, the when multiple consultant is going to deploy their code as well as configuration into a same server, then we need to check if the other configuration has impacted our work or not, right?
right,
Let's say in case of MM as well, let's say if I'm procuring something, if I'm, let's say, creating a good receipt, in that scenario my accounting entries will be impacted. But let's say those accounting entry configuration is not there into a system, so I will not be
yeah,
able to do my work, right?
yeah,
If those are not correct, so there might be a chance another module configuration can impact my work, and my module configuration can impact another consultant work, correct?
yeah, right,
So with the name integration, we can understand that when we have the multiple modules, okay, when we have the multiple modules, how we are going to, how it is going to behave these configuration, right? So
okay,
to test that, we have the SIT, which is called as system integration testing. Important for interview perspective as well. What is SIT? Okay, when multiple
yeah,
module are integrating to each other, especially in the new configuration, then we need to check how this can impact each other modules. Okay, it's the same testing
okay,
only which you are going to perform. Like after deploying the another module, it is working properly or not. We are simply cross checking that, right?
okay,
Then we have the user acceptance testing. It's like, if we are configuring or developing something for the client, then he will also have to test that whatever you are delivering, that is as per the given requirement or not, as per the given expectation or not, right?
okay,
So that type of testing is called as UAT, user acceptance testing. So client is going to perform that testing, okay, and you will be there to assist him. Okay, you will have to assess him because SAP could be a new software for him as well. Okay, so you will
Yeah.
have to give some training as well. For that, again, separate your client will be available, and you will have to guide him to perform the UAT as well. This is how this application will work. Correct? To the end
Okay.
user as well. So as a consultant, we are going to understand the end user work as well, also consultant work as well. Okay, so that we can understand what is the end user work, what are the cycle he is going to use or activity he is going to perform, and how he is going to generate the different type of bugs, so that we can resolve those bugs. Correct?
Right. Right.
Okay, so that is why training client is also required to train them.
Right.
Okay, so it is also a job of the functional consultant only to they provide the assistant to provide the training also.
Okay.
Until unless you will have the sign off from the client side on UAT that client has approved that whatever configuration you have given to him, that is correct. Okay, so for that he is going to provide you the sign off approval. Once you will have that approval, then only you are going to move the code to the production. Okay, you need the approval from the client side. Clear?
Client. Yeah.
Sorry, just one moment. Clear? So
Right.
this is the landscape. Dev, QA, prod. Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Now, if we are moving the code or configuration from one server to another server, so for that we have a term called as transport request. Okay, we are going to use the term TR for the same. Okay, TR for short, but that thing is called as transport request. So today in practical in SAP, what we are going to do, we are going to create a TR and we will store whatever work we are going to do, that will be stored in TR, and then when we are going to move the configuration from dev to QA, so we don't need to move the code, we just need to move the TR. Okay,
Okay.
that means first we are going to create a TR, then development and configuration we are going to store there in that record in that particular TR, then we are going to release that TR. Okay, so that we can move the our configuration to a QA server. So TR is
Okay.
nothing but like a bus which is going to carry your changes, your configuration, your development from one server to another server. Clear?
Okay. Right.
Okay. So today we are going to do this thing only. Okay. This TR as a practical part.
Okay.
So let me log in into a system. Just one moment. Due to session inactivity, it has been logged out. See, this is also a part of requirement. After at what time, after how many second or minute, system should be logged out automatically. This is also a part
Okay.
of non-function requirement, which we
So
take
that
as a
this will be told by like
client. Every
client, right?
requirement will be
Right.
informed by the
Yeah.
client only.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Every requirement. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
although he will not be aware about the technical stuff, he is not aware about the SAP or technical terms, but you will be able to understand them. That is why we use the term requirement elicitation instead of requirement gathering. Elicit means to withdraw the requirement, to withdraw the correct requirement, because in maximum scenario client might have a good idea about business, but he will not be a technical guy, he will not have the idea about the SAP, right?
Okay. Okay.
He will be at the same time we will be a techno functional guy. Functional consultant should be a techno functional guy, not only the functional guy. He should have the knowledge about the business, which is called as domain. Okay, else you will not be able to discuss the requirement from a client side. Even if you will be a functional consultant, you will get some additional advantage as well, because you are aware about the the business, right? If client is using some term, let's say good receipt, then you will be able to understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the SAP Easy Access, the access which is given to the end user. SAP Easy Access is available for the end user.
User.
Okay. For the consultant, we have a different screen. For that, I am going to use the SPRO. This is the place where I can write my T code. My short T code are nothing, transaction code are nothing but the shortcuts by which you can directly open a screen like we have in our laptop as well. Control C, Control A, Control V. So
Yeah.
similarly,
Yeah.
we have the T code here as well to open a particular screen directly. So
Okay.
SPRO, SAP Reference Implementation Guide. IMG is nothing but the implementation guide. So this
Okay.
screen is available for the consultant. Clear?
Okay. Right.
Okay. Slash n is to close the session. This is to open a new session. New session is like a new tab. If I'm going to click here now, then a new session will be open. See, you can see now two windows there. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the T code, okay, in a notes everything will be there, which I am going to share with you. Okay, in a yeah. To open a TR, to create a TR, we have the T code called as SE10. Okay, so
Okay.
SE10. Okay, this is the create icon. Okay, on clicking that, I will have the option to select the type of the TR. So there will be two R: customizing request, workbench request. Customizing if we are creating for the functional configuration. Workbench if we are creating it for the ABAP developer, for the development perspective. So tomorrow if
Okay.
some developer is asking you to create a TR for him, so you are going to create a workbench request. Or if you are doing it for your work, then there will be a customizing request. Okay. Now
Okay.
here, the sequence of TR is also very much important. Okay. For example, let's say you are going to create thousand of TR, multiple TR, hundred of TR. Okay. Let's say your second TR work is dependent on the first TR. Let's say in
Yeah.
the first TR you have created the different material types, or material master you have maintained different materials. In a second one configuration, you have maintained the GR, good receipt, right? Good receipt, purchase order, or purchase requisition. Okay. So let's say mistakenly you have sent the second TR first to the QA server. So in that QA server, that TR will not work because it is completely dependent on the first TR, right?
Okay.
So sequence of TR is also important. Same goes for now. It was a very basic example, but sometimes your TR could dependent on another TR, another module TR as well. Okay. So here sequence of the TR is very much important. So there will be a project manager who is going to take care of this stuff.
Okay.
Okay. It happens now that you will not be able to perform GRIR if you will not have the GL there, their general ledger, because at the end, this data, this entry will be stocks entry will be stored as a part of asset only in finance. Correct?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this is the screen to create the TR. Okay, this is the request number which will be created automatically, but we will give the description in such a way so that we can understand like what are the changes we are going to store in this TR. For example, the first TR which I am going to create is enterprise structure. Okay, and at the same time I am giving the description. Let's say December. I'm just to remember myself. Okay, for myself. Okay, December third batch. M is for okay, because I create number of TRs. These are the number of user who will be able to store the data in TR in this TR. So that means you can control that as well. Okay, like who will be
Oh,
able to save the changes, because you don't want that mistakenly some other consultant will save his details in your TR. So that will be a bit difficult or challenging situation for you. Okay,
okay.
that there are some unforeseen changes which are available in your TR, because at that you are responsible for this TR. Okay.
Right.
So this is the TR, this is the number which is automatically generated. This is the client. Yeah, remember I show you the client as well. While login, 300 is the client. Okay, by which client it was created, by which user it has created, and this is the details, name of the description of the TR. Clear?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, this is the status of the TR. Modifiable means you can still add the changes. Okay, and before the release, before sending the data or TR to another server, we are going to change the status to the release TR. Release means is nothing but the freeze the requirement. Now you will not make any changes in this particular TR. That is the meaning of release. Okay, so we have this truck icon by which we can directly release this TR. Okay,
Okay.
clear?
Yeah.
Now this is the TR what we have created. Now I want to see whatever TR I have created. Okay. Okay, so I'm
Okay.
going to open this screen only. Okay, modifiable release, whatever TR I want to open, I'm going to tick on that checkbox. I'm going to mention the name, whatever particular user have created that TR. I'm going to click on the display TR. So I can see these are the TRs which I have created so far in this server. Okay, and this is the TR
Okay.
for us. We can see enterprise structure, December M third batch. Clear?
Yeah.
That was the second batch. We should have the another batches as well. So okay.
You can say fourth batch.
I can't help it. I'm aware about FI and MM, both the modules. Okay, so and I have multiple learning batches, so that is why I mentioned this summer I am 25 third batch. This is how I create that
Okay.
usually.
Okay.
Else, it is tough for me to remember that
Yeah,
that
yeah, no
DR
worries.
or that the company code name or whatever configuration I'm going to
Yeah, yeah,
create.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so this is how I'm going to create the TR. Okay, and now whatever entry I'm going to create, okay, that will be stored in TR. How that is something which we are going to do in some upcoming lecture. But I believe this SE10 is crystal clear, right?
Yeah.
Now, to move the TR from dev server to QA server, this is something which we expect from functional consultant. This is the responsibility of the functional consultant. And to
Okay.
move the TR from QA to prod server, that is the responsibility of the basis developer. Clear?
Okay.
So we should be aware about our responsibility, and we should also need to be aware that what is not our responsibility, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so for that again we have the T code to move the code STMS. Once we will have the changes, okay, once we will store the changes in this particular TR, then we are going to discuss about it as well, how we are going to move the TR from one server to another server. That is also part of our scope. Okay,
Okay.
okay, so that is the practical part which I was planned to cover today. Okay, now we have 2 minutes. Okay, so let's utilize these 2 minutes as well. Let's
Yeah.
complete one of the small topic as well. Okay,
Okay.
see, we have several type of project in our organization, but most popular type of projects are the implementation project. Okay, implementation means you are starting from scratch. Okay, in implementation
Okay.
as well, we have different categories. Greenfield project is called as fresh implementation. So if you will see in any job description that greenfield project implementation experience is required, so that means you can understand that they are expecting the person should have the complete implementation knowledge. Okay,
Okay.
brownfield and bluefield both are the upgradation. Upgradation means you already are using, let's say, ECC. You want to upgrade that. If you want to upgrade complete application, that complete software, then it will be the brownfield. If you want to upgrade some specific modules, some specific functionality, then it will be a bluefield. Okay, second most popular is the rollout. Okay, rollout is nothing but the extension of SAP, that it is already there. Company is already using SAP in one of the unit, one of the segment, one of the business. Right now they want to implement it in another plant, another unit, another business. Right, that is the rollout. Okay, third one is the support. You understand support, like application is already there, you are simply taking the they need maintenance. Okay, they are facing some issues, so for that they are going to create the tickets, and you will have to resolve those tickets. Those tickets will be in a form of incident. Like it happens in the our work as well. Let's say you are facing some issue with your AC TV, you are going to call to the customer
Yeah.
care. It's kind of
Yeah.
that support. Okay, some tickets which is usually called as incident. Okay, we are going to resolve those incident. Of course there will be a TAD, there will be SLA. Okay, we will discuss about those as well. Okay, and second thing is the change request modification. Customer needs some modifications. Okay, this incident comes under the L1 and L2 level of support, and this change request, this come under the L2 and L3 level of support. Okay,
Right.
okay, so that is something which is expected from the support. So these are the terms which you should be available in your CV. Okay,
Okay.
okay, and if we are talking about incident, then we have something called as SLA as well, service level agreement. Now what it means, it means if there's a severity, or the severity or urgency of the work as well. Okay, like P1 means very high urgency. Okay, that is called as severity. P1 level, P2 high, medium, low. So accordingly we will have the agreement with the client that we are need to provide the first solution, first resolution, or at least acknowledgement within 2 hours. Okay, for P2 it will be 4 hours, P3 6, P4 is 8. Okay, if we are going to breach this SLA, service level agreement, then our company will have to pay some penalty.
Okay.
Got it? So
Yeah.
SLA breach. Okay, this should be an achievement. Even our performance measure on the basis of this only in the organization. That SLA breach should not happen. Like in my whole year, I was in support, but there was no SLA breach, or there was, let's say, one or two SLA breach only, or I stopped some SLA to for breached.
Okay.
Got it? So these are some of the IT terms which you should be aware about. I believe
Okay.
that is it for a single day, for a very first day. From a
Yeah.
next lecture, we are going to start with mm, we are going to start with this company code and all that, enterprise
Yeah.
structure, I should say.
Yeah. And sir, can you share that these like
I'll share